I'm ready.
Mick Sports Blog.
Personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Public transit.
All right. Here we go, baby. Mick's blog. Mick Sports Blog here. Public Transit Studios. We're back. Talking about the current affair in sports. Boy, there's a lot going on. We got Tiger Woods. He's back in the winner's circle. Just in time enough, getting primed and primed for the Masters. He won a PGA event for the first time in like 3 years, since 2009. So that's excellent. I'm not a big golf fan, but I'm a big Tiger Woods fan. You also got Brittany Grimes, a 6'8" center in women's college basketball. She's tearing it up. Baylor wouldn't be nothing without her. And teams like Stanford, Tennessee, they look very small compared to Brittany Grimes and Baylor. So we see how that pans out. They get into the Final Four. All right, we got in the NFL, Sean Payton and the New Orleans Saints. Oh, big trouble. Oh, it came down. This NFL commissioner, he ain't playing. He's cleaning up the NFL. They're trying to keep everybody healthy. So he imposed a 1-year suspension without pay to Sean Payton, New Orleans Saints coach. He also did some sanctions against the general manager, and some are coming according to the players. Some of the players who were involved in that bounty gate are going to be in for some fines and suspension. So Sean Payton is trying to get Bill Parcells to be the interim coach in his place for a year. You know, he used to be Bill Parcells' assistant coach at the Dallas Cowboys, so the buddy system in the NFL. You also got Peyton Manning relocating to the Denver Broncos. They totally changed everything. As soon as they got him, they shipped Tim Tebow out the next day and traded him to the New York Jets. He claims he's very excited. We see if Sanchez, the starting quarterback, excited. I think if the Jets use him properly, that they can find a place for him, because he's a rugged runner. And in certain Wildcat situations, he probably can help them out. So we'll see how that goes. Also, this month, 50 years ago, Wilt Chamberlain did the unthinkable and scored 100 points. That's 50 years ago now. Isn't that crazy? All right, we got Bert Sugar, the boxing aficionado. He passed this week. Anything you want to know about boxing, he was a great historian in the boxing world. And he passed. You hate to see that. You know, such great ones like that. You hate to see them go. Also, the Final Four is set for this incoming week. This coming Saturday night in New Orleans, Louisiana, you're going to have the University of Louisville versus the University of Kentucky going against each other. They're rivals. Well, you can kind of say they're rivals, but they hate each other. Plus, you have Rick Pitino, who used to coach Kentucky. He's now the coach. He's been the coach for Louisville for a long time. So, there's, bad blood there. So it's good to see Rick Pitino bounce off, because he got into some trouble himself, a little sex scandal. And the other half of the Final Four, you have Kansas going against Ohio State. That ought to be a doozy also. Four big-time college programs in the Final Four this year. They're going to be playing Saturday night at 9 o'clock, and that Kentucky-Louisville game will be at 6 o'clock in New Orleans. And the national championship game, once either Louisville beats Kentucky or vice versa, and Kansas beat Ohio State or vice versa. That national championship game will be Monday night, 9 o'clock. That ought to be great. You know how that goes. You got 3 All-Americans that's going to be in the Final Four. You got Anthony Davis. In fact, I think he's going to end up winning the Player of the Year in college basketball. He's All-American for Kentucky. You also had Jared Sullinger, the power forward / center, whatever, everything for Ohio State. He's had a great year. He's All-American. Then you have the great Thomas Robinson, come from nowhere and became an All-American. If you can go on the internet and find out his story, 3 of his family members died in a week. And he never played more than like 3 games in the other years he played in college basketball. And this year he became an All-American. So he's 6'10" from Kansas, All-American. Watch him play. He is something to watch. All right. We're about through. We're going to wrap this up. But if you want to see some more details as far as what's going on in the sports, on mickembry.com, that's mickembry.com. We're going to go there and we're going to be talking about all the new faces that are on new teams in the NBA and how they're working out. We're also going to be talking about the current standings in the NBA as far as the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. We're also going to give you the top 20 individual scoring games all time. And you know, Wilt scored 100 points, but you might be surprised in the top 20 who were some of the top scorers all time in an individual game in the NBA. All right, peace, holla, love y'all.